Welcome, listeners, to An Industry's Insight, the podcast where we're all about the interviewees who have been in or are still in the music, publishing, marketing, film, advertising, managing business, and more. I'm your host, Dino Ciccarelli.
And I'm Thomas Grabuznik.
And we got a little something different for you today. This week, we don't have a guest, but we have a whole bunch of things that we actually wanted to talk about on air with you guys. So
let's get right into it.
Let's talk about, I don't know if you heard about this, but with the release of Star Wars Last Jedi, of course, the latest movie that just came out, for the DVD release, they're putting, of course, the theatrical release that was in theaters, but they're also doing just a version of the movie where there's no dialogue, no sound effects, no nothing. The only thing that's playing is the John Williams score. So
That's
it's
it?
strictly music.
Really?
Yeah, so it's technically a silent movie. What are your opinions on that?
That props to them for doing that.
It's really interesting, right? You don't see stuff like that anymore.
But I'm like, I never saw the movie, so I don't know.
Correct. Me neither.
Because I feel like, to me, I feel like then there wasn't any important dialogue that was said. Mm-hmm. Unless they do like how silent movies did, how they cut away to this little title screen with what they just said. Unless they do that.
If they don't do that, I feel like you would have to see the movie first to understand the story of what's going on. I mean...
Oh, that would be cool. You could watch the silent version, guess what they're talking about, guess why they did this and did that or whatever, then go see the movie, see if you were correct.
That'd be really cool.
Be a fun game.
But I think that's really interesting. Moving on, recent news, of course. We'll talk about the closing of Toys R Us. Sorry, I have it written down wrong. The Toys R Us stores. What do you feel about that?
I was kind of like, really? Are they really closing this down? Mm-hmm. Like, come on. But then again, I'm like, okay, I know I'm 20 years old, but like I collect cards. I collect, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vanguard, which they don't sell Vanguard cards anyway. Like Pokemon stuff. Kind of like, like those type of games or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't gone to a Toys R Us for any of those type of things in years.
Yeah.
I usually get off Amazon, or I go to GameStop, or Best Buy. I got a lot of Pokemon games I get from. Mm-hmm. But
I feel like
I was kind of like that. I'm definitely sad about it. I'm not going to do anything about it because I don't care that much about it.
Yeah.
But I feel kind of like, because now these kids growing up, they're not going to really have. I mean, you have Target still, but
it's true.
And Walmart.
But then again, you also have to think about it. In most recent times, kids aren't playing with toys anymore.
Yeah,
kids are like, I saw, all they want are video games, iPads, iPhones, you name it. Anything with the screen they want.
Yeah.
It's
like I saw someone post like, yeah, kids nowadays would rather watch a YouTube video of another kid playing with toys.
Yeah.
They'd rather do that than actually do it themselves.
I feel like Toys R Us did the right move of staying open past Christmas, because I remember they were saying how...
Yeah, I remember they were supposed to close before.
Yeah, they said that they were going to close, I think, at the beginning of December. And, of course, December being Christmas.
Their biggest income.
Yeah. And, of course, with stuff going on sale and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then what really is sad, because, like, the Toys R Us closing, okay. But then you have stores like Babies R Us, where, like, now all of these soon-to-be parents who are trying to get cribs and carriages and diapers and stuff like that, now they have to shop elsewhere to get those said items.
But I feel like there's a lot of... Like I said before, to get anything, usually Amazon is just... Boom, there you go. Because you still have Amazon, you have Target, you have Walmart,
and if you have Prime, it's like you get the 2-day, the free day shipping. You can get it as soon as you order it. It's a little bit slower than, of course, going to the store and buying it. But if you are ordering like a new crib for your child, and you're getting it off Amazon, they're shipping it to you. You have no labor of putting that in your car, bringing it home, bringing it in the house. Of course, you have to put it together, which another interesting thing, you can actually pay for installation on Amazon. When I bought my desk chair at home, they're like, you can either order it and put it together yourself, or you can also buy installation, which is like an extra $100, where someone actually delivers it
And
to your house and installs it in your house.
But you have to be there then.
That's true as well, but you also have to be there to put it together yourself.
Like I said, I feel bad because like growing up, I remember going to Toys R Us so much. I used to beg my mom, "Oh, are we doing anything Saturday? Can we go to Toys R Us? Can we?" Used to buy a lot of things, action figures, Pokemon stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
Yeah.
Bakugan when that was a thing. Beyblade. I remember buying so much from Toys R Us. That now to hear it's like these kids spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
When I was 7, I was getting toys, action figures, using my own imagination.
Yeah.
Nowadays, kids got iPhones.
Yeah.
There's a kid out there who has a more updated, expensive phone than I do.
Yeah. It's quite sad.
That is very sad. I have an iPhone 6. Some kid out there has an iPhone X.
Yeah. Well, with that said, we'll say rest in peace, Toys R Us. We love you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's gonna suck. Like unless there's another kind of like store that's gonna come out. If I ever have a kid, I'm not gonna ever hear like, "Can we go to Toys R Us?" I'll be like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, and you'd be like, with your grandkid, be like, "Oh, back in my day,
we had Toys R Us.
We went to Toys R Us and we got the nice action figures and we grew country accents."
No, you grew a country accent. I didn't. Because back in my day.
Moving on, let's talk about within the music industry. I think it may have been yesterday or the day before. With the announcement of Fifth Harmony breaking up. There's a popular girl group, pop music, and all that stuff. Originally, there were 5 girls, of course, Fifth Harmony, and I believe it's pronounced Camila Cabello, is how you say her name. She ended up leaving the group to do a solo act. I feel like she's been doing pretty well for herself. She has the song called Havana out.
What song is that? I mean, I know who Fifth Harmony is.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's one song that I sort of like, but didn't like because of actually what it meant. I just like the beat of it. But besides that, didn't really.
We'll just do a quick little clip of Havana for you guys. Are you okay, Thomas? Are you?
I know that song, and are
you not a fan of Havana by Camila Cabello?
First of all, didn't even know that's what she was saying. and then that's what I was hearing.
Well, anyway, she goes on her solo
rock and roll. Please come back.
So she goes on her solo career. I feel like she's been doing pretty good for herself. She performed at the New Year's Rockin' Eve on New Year's. She did some late night shows and stuff like that. Of course, new music coming out as well. But with the rest of the girls in Fifth Harmony, they kind of tread the water a little. They put out like a couple more songs, and then they release the news that they're breaking up. Now,
how does that make you feel? Do you know? How does that make you feel?
I mean, I don't listen to Fifth Harmony. I'm not into their type of music, but hearing a group of people breaking up, they say that it's for the interim. They're not too sure if they're going to be coming back. You can't really predict the future when it comes to if they're going to come back. Like look at bands like One Direction or NSYNC. We got One Direction, who they went on break, kind of the same scenario as Fifth Harmony.
Yeah, because
because Zayn left the band, and they had the 4 other guys, and then they broke
couldn't
up.
do it.
But
copiers.
Basically,
No, but also didn't
all of the guys in One Direction, they're all doing their solo stuff right now, and I feel like they're doing pretty good for themselves too. You've got Niall Horan, who has kind of like a folk pop sound, which I really like. Harry Styles, kind of the same, like more rock pop ish. Zayn Malik, I think is how you pronounce his last name. He's doing a lot more pop music. Liam Payne doing a lot more pop and featuring with rap artists. And I know Lewis, he's doing a lot of EDM music. So they all branched off into their separate genres. We don't know if they're ever going to come back together again. Like, again, look at NSYNC.
Yeah.
The major breakout star from NSYNC was Justin Timberlake. And, like, they had their one little reunion thing at I think it was the VMAs in 2013, maybe.
Was it then?
Yeah, where they came out, they did a little song and dance. It wasn't even like they did Bye 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 or anything like that. They did some song that wasn't even popular.
Yeah. There's also My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance, that's a group. Destiny's Child.
That one I didn't know of until someone told me, and I was like, oh, really? Really? Come on.
But yeah, you got My Chemical Romance.
Right?
Backstreet Boys is still going strong.
They are?
Their last album came out, I think, in 2012. No.
Didn't?
Yeah, 2012. That's when their last album came out. But they've been still together. They're doing residency tours in Las Vegas.
They never broke. Did they break up?
They went on hiatus.
That's what it was. Okay.
It wasn't really a breakup and everything because at that time, I think it was maybe 2005. I know Nick and AJ, they were kind of going through their personal life issues. I know Nick and AJ had like issues with substance abuse and stuff like that. So they tried getting back on the right path and everything. And of course, ever since then, I think they put out 3 or 4 CDs. And of course, at a moment in time, Kevin left the band, and they put out a couple more albums. And then the last album that they put out, Kevin had returned to the group, so it was all 5 original Backstreet Boy members. But other than that, like we said, My Chemical Romance, Destiny's Child, those are some groups who broke up and ended up being permanent. And for the last topic of the day is the Avengers movie trailer. Trailer came out the other day, and I remember watching it, and I was instantly hooked on it. Like,
Same.
I was ready. Because the MCU's been going since 2008 when Iron Man first came out. And now with Infinity War coming out, and because we were talking about this before with how Thanos has been a part of the MCU or Marvel Cinematic Universe for the past 6 years, and we're finally getting
to see him
to see him in a full movie with a storyline and everything.
Because the first time you ever saw him was
the end of Avengers,
of Age of Ultron, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. No, but he's made a couple appearances. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and little other cameos here and there in the post-credit scenes and whatnot. But do you want to break down the trailer and see what we're in for Infinity War?
I haven't seen the trailer since it came out.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember much, so I'm pretty sure you're better off doing this than me.
Well, we'll watch it together, and
okay,
and we'll go from there, and we'll see. We'll just break down the trailer from there.
So the world can hear.
The entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal. To wipe out half the universe. If he gets all the Infinity Stones, he can do it with the snap of his fingers. Just like that.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
All right, so I'm just gonna stop it right there.
Why are they like sitting with each other?
I'll tell you. I mean, I've seen this trailer maybe 3 times already. This will be the 4th time. The scene where you hear Gamora talking about Thanos, because Gamora is the daughter of Thanos, one of the 2 daughters. In the trailer, they make it seem as if they're having a conversation with Tony Stark, but if you tell, Gamora is on the Milano, the spaceship for the Guardians of the Galaxy, but Tony Stark is in I forget what they called it, but he's in the area where Doctor Strange is. So they're not having a conversation.
Oh, it's
they're 2 different scenes that they put together. But
it just looks like because also I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange. Okay.
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know like any backgrounds that were in it, and I haven't seen the full Guardian of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Either 1 or 2. I haven't seen the full. I've seen parts, not the whole thing.
Okay. No, I definitely would recommend watching them. They're really good. But in the beginning scenes, you could see they have an aerial view of Black Widow, Bruce Banner, and Rhodey. Rhodey's in the War Machine costume, or armor, if you would say. Now, if you watch the end of Civil War, you could tell Rhodey he's trying to learn how to walk again because of Vision. But
thanks for the spoilers because I haven't seen.
Oh, come on! The movie's been out for almost 2 years, and it's
Civil
on
War.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's on.
I was
Netflix.
in high school. Yeah. Every time I see it, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it.
That's a definite watch. But yeah, so basically, you see that, and now I didn't see Thor Ragnarok yet.
Same.
But as you could tell from the trailers, the Hulk is in Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
Now from what I've read, spoilers. Sorry if anyone still hasn't seen Thor yet, but
the second movie.
No, Ragnarok. If anyone hasn't seen Ragnarok yet.
Oh, that's the third, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one that just came out not too long ago.
I keep thinking Ragnarok is the second.
Yeah, because I think the second one is Dark World or something.
That's what it is. Yeah, the Dark.
I
haven't watched any of the Thor movies, so.
The Bruce Banner is back to Bruce, and he was Hulk for a while because when he left, like when he flew away at the end of Avengers, he was the Hulk, and then when we saw him in Ragnarok, I think chronologically that was a 2-year gap. Excuse me.
Wait, in Avengers
Age of Ultron.
Wait, who flew away?
The Hulk.
I don't remember that.
In the end of Age of Ultron.
I haven't seen that movie in like 3 years, so.
In the end of Age of Ultron, Hulk flies away. After the whole fight is done, and we don't see or hear from him up until Ragnarok, where he's still the Hulk. He never went back to being Bruce. So now we see him back as Bruce. So that's just a clip to see that the 3 of them are all working together. And then you fast forward to the part where Thanos is dropping one of the gems into his gauntlet, and
which looked really cool.
Yeah. So then you hear Gamora saying how if he gets a hold of all 6 gems, he can kill half of life with a snap, and does a snap. I think that was really cool because...
And how it went black as well.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I thought it was really cool because that's a huge nod to the comics where he actually did the snap, and yeah, it wasn't fun.
It wasn't pretty.
Exactly. So
back to the trailer.
Let's continue. Okay.
Just like that.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
There's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man swinging through New York. We got Iron Man. We got Iron Man flying.
Which suit?
I'm sorry?
Well, first continue what you're saying.
We have the scene. We have Spider-Man swinging through New York. I'm assuming trying to make like a straight beeline for Thanos' ship. Probably going to Mr. Stark himself. And then right after that, you see Iron Man in the bleeding armor suit, which is insane. The suit basically... Okay, so I think it was Iron Man... It was Iron Man 2 or 3. I don't remember, but it was basically... He was able to call in a specific weapon that would attach to his suit for him to actually like shoot stuff and whatever, fly faster or whatever.
I think that was 3.
Okay. Where basically whatever he wants his suit to become, it can become that.
Kind of like Cyborg's arm kind of thing.
Kind of the same type of like the same idea. So we see Iron Man flying towards Thanos' ship, and you see his armor change from his regular jet boosters to this huge rocket that'll make him go a lot faster. And I'm assuming with this suit, he has a lot more. He's able to go into outer space because, as you could tell from, I think it was Iron Man 1 when he was flying, when he's flying straight up, the suit kind of shut down on him.
Yeah,
and he went straight right back down. So we see a lot of upgrades within the suit. We'll continue from there.
We have what Thanos wants, so that's what we use.
From what I assume, they're gonna try extracting the Mind Stone from Vision without killing him.
I bet they're gonna make a new source or whatever for him to be alive and replace it.
They definitely are. They're definitely gonna try doing something like that.
I bet Thanos takes it. He quote unquote dies, and then someone makes up a backup. Like they made a backup system to bring him back to life.
Either that or maybe something where
'Cause I doubt they'll just kill him off.
I don't think they're gonna kill him off because he was only in Civil War.
I mean, also it's
Well, he was created at the end of Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And then he was a main character in Civil War.
I mean, also it's Disney, so
That's true, but
stupid Disney.
beside the point. And then you see Captain America, or as most likely he'll be in the comics, Captain Nomad. So he's not Captain America anymore.
What is it? What is that? Nomad.
That's his new name. That's his new identity. Because
No. What is a nomad? Is a
nomad. Let's look up the definition of a nomad. A nomad, it says a member of people having no permanent abode and who travel from place to place to find fresh pasture for their livestock. That makes a lot of sense because after Civil War, when Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Iron Man are all fighting, and then at the end, without killing Tony, he leaves the shield and he decides that he doesn't want to be Captain America anymore. And then after that point, from like the other movies, they explain how Captain America's a wanted man and how and basically he's not living under the Captain America shield, no pun intended.
boo.
Oh, stop. But you see in the trailer, you see Cap reuniting with T'Challa and the Black Panther over in Wakanda. You could tell a little bit further in the trailer, we're gonna see a lot more scenes with Thanos in Wakanda. So that's gonna be interesting. See if he's gonna try.
That's definitely a fighting ground that's gonna happen.
Oh, definitely. I would assume that he's going to Wakanda to extract vibranium for something.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this plan of yours. I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow.
Okay, so coming from someone who's the Guardians of the Galaxy rank really, really high on my list of top, like, best to worst MCU movies, seeing Star-Lord interacting with Iron Man is definitely such a great sight to see, especially with Star-Lord usually being the leader within the Guardians, switching over to not being the leader when it comes to the overall fight against Thanos. Because I would think that the leader going up against Thanos would be Iron Man.
Definitely, if Cap's
possibly
not
Cap.
there.
Yeah. So seeing Star-Lord trying to take over and be like, listen, your plan is good, but I honestly think I should come up with the plan so it's
Better.
so much better.
So it's not as sucky.
Yeah. But I really like this scene because you could tell that Peter is like such a fanboy.
Yeah.
He's like looking at him like, oh my God, like
He's geeking out like how I geeked out last episode.
basically. But
No, but I just want to talk about Spider-Man's suit for a second. I love because it's the Iron
Spider. Yes.
Yeah. Why does it still look like it's freaking latex?
That's the thing. It's not.
It literally looks like latex, but shiny like metal, which I feel like they could have done that better to make it look like it was metal and not making it look like.
Well, what I'm thinking is the actual Iron Spider costume. It wasn't built like Iron Man's suit.
Yeah,
So I can understand where they went with that. They went a little bit more tight form fitting for him. We still haven't seen the other 4 arms that come out of his back.
That's true.
But that's most likely going to happen. I know for some of the promotional toys and stuff that have come out already kind of spoiled what may happen
My brother would know that.
in the movie. I know that there were some promotional pictures of Spider-Man with the extra 4 legs out of his back. They just may have not shown that in the trailer, but you never know. Let's continue. Let's finish watching it.
The end is near. When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist.
Okay, can we just talk about that one line? Half of humanity will still exist. Why half? Like, what is it? Does he need the other half of humans for something? Like, what does he need? Like, why only half? And who?
Meaning his destruction, very little destruction, will kill off half of life form.
But it's like, no, I'm not. Okay.
No, but so in the trailer we see, of course, Cap and T'Challa riding the I forget what they called it. They're probably heading towards Tony.
Probably, yeah. Which that would look pretty cool. How it was like all of them just like on that on the what was it called? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
having a little the device, their car.
Yeah, their hoverboard.
Their hoverboard.
Their hovercraft. That's what. Their hovercraft.
We'll just go with that.
That looked really cool. Also, whatever the hell that was smashing into something else.
Oh,
That was seeing that. I'm like, okay, something's definitely crashing down. Big explosion.
okay.
Type of thing.
Well, first we see the Hulk Buster. This is really. I'm not really sure how to feel about it. We never know, because in the first teaser trailers of Infinity War, they had a scene with Black Widow, Winter Soldier, Cap, T'Challa, and the Hulk all like running in Wakanda. And then in this trailer, we don't see the Hulk at all. We see Bruce. So that makes me wonder, is Bruce in the Hulkbuster? Is the Hulk in the Hulkbuster? Or are they controlling the Hulkbuster in Wakanda? Because I know that they're able to actually do that, where it's basically artificial intelligence, and they're controlling it like it's a like an RC car or something like that.
I mean, I think that would be kind of cool if it was the Hulk. 'Cause I feel like
It's a lot bigger than it was in
yeah,
Age of Ultron, so you never know.
it could be. I mean, I don't think they would have the Hulk sit out.
Oh, I don't think they would either.
The Hulk is definitely in this, so either they just didn't want to show him, or they're just messing with us right now, making us thinking that he's in the Hulkbuster.
That's
Or
very
he's-
true.
Or he's not like trying to mess with our head, but I can see that kind of like the Pacific Rim, you know that movie?
Yes.
How they control the robots from like inside, but it's like their emotions.
Yes.
Not like inside the robot, but like I can see that from
Where they're controlling it from somewhere else.
yeah,
Yeah.
But like but I can see that seeing Bruce standing there with the gear or whatever, controlling it, and then like him getting flung around because you feel what the robot's feeling. I can see that happening.
Yeah. So then moving on into the trailer, you see Groot.
Prediction. I didn't want to say this right now. If that's true, that it's Bruce controlling the Hulkbuster, I could imagine him getting knocked around and then finally just pissed off, rips everything off, and then like just
becomes the Hulk.
Gets really pissed off, and then it cuts away, and then later on, another scene, you'll see him come smashing down as the Hulk, being superiorly angry and just tearing everything apart.
I could see something like that happening too. But like I was saying, going further into the trailer, you see Groot and Rocket. Of course, they got to throw the rest of the Guardians characters in there. Yeah. We're not seeing Baby Groot because at the end of one of the post-credit scenes, which really didn't have an effect on the future of the MCU, was Baby Groot. Groot has grown up a little bit.
Was it Kid Groot?
Basically, it was like a teen adolescent Groot who.
Oh God!
It was basically Groot in his room, which was a pigsty. There was vines everywhere, like trees and stuff growing. He's playing video games, and Star-Lord's like, "Hey, listen, you need to clean your room," like being like the father figure to Groot and everything. But
okay, can we all talk about how everyone thought?
Okay, I know what you're talking about. This
I could have told you that ahead of time.
This it could be a theory, and it could be something like, I think they said that the director confirmed it, was at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 1, spoilers, is Groot dies. And the Groot we see at the end of the movie is not Groot. Not the original Groot. Like, it's his child.
Obviously. Who didn't think that? I thought that automatically when I saw that.
I don't know.
He left his kid. Like, that's a kid. Like, if it was him, he would have grown a lot faster.
I feel like I understand I get the theory. But when I saw it, I thought that Groot, because I saw it like when it was in the theaters, I assumed that Groot had like a regeneration type power where he can get like blown to smithereens and still come back.
Yeah, but why? What regeneration kind of that is if you have to take your whole life again to become back to where you were.
Well, then again, look at Deadpool. Deadpool has been killed so many times.
Yeah, but
yet has come back as Wade Wilson.
As the way he left. Right?
I mean, he grows back. Because like in Deadpool, the movie, he gets his arm cut off. He like cuts his arm off. And then there's a scene where he has like a little baby hand.
But later on,
it grows back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like that was true. Like the regeneration, he would have been the teenage Groot during the second movie. You know, because you said that was
no, because Guardians 2 literally it doesn't follow the time, like the chronological timeline that they came out in. Guardians 2 starts right after the first movie. So like,
no, that's what I mean.
He would still be Baby Groot.
No, but I mean like at the end, because you said at the end they show him as a teenage.
Yes.
Like in the end clip. Mm-hmm. So the whole movie he was a baby.
Yes.
See, I would think, to me, if that was true as the generation,
I'm thinking
regeneration thing, I would feel like he would have been a teen in like the middle of the movie. Then
I'm thinking that. Well, I mean, Guardians 2 really only spanned like a couple of days. It wasn't a really long time period. Yeah, I don't see. I get what you mean, but Guardians was not a huge timeline.
Okay, but Deadpool, his hand's back.
Yeah, but he has regeneration.
Exactly. So if Groot had regeneration, wouldn't that be like? I'll be very disappointed if it is Groot again, not his child.
Well, James Gunn confirmed
if I see that, I'm like, that's typical Disney.
Well, James Gunn, the director of Guardians, both Guardians movie, confirmed that Baby Groot is the son of Groot.
Thank you.
Anyway, moving on.
Because when everyone was talking about like, it's Baby Groot, it's not him, it's his son. Oh, what? I'm like, really? I could have told you this when the movie ended. Like, come on.
We also got to think about it. People who like either don't read the comics or they like, for instance, someone who would not understand like regeneration powers compared to just a tree growing.
Mm-hmm.
I could see how you can argue both sides. But anyways, you see Rocket and Groot, and Groot is adolescent Groot, where he's a teenager. And you see Thor channeling some sort of thunder and lightning, I'm assuming, when he gets his new hammer.
Okay, can we skip this part? Because I don't care about Thor.
Okay. No. Anyway, so we'll go a little bit further. So you see Thanos' ship ripping through all this stuff flying through the air.
That looked really cool.
And you see Thanos
who is that?
going to, I'm assuming this is Gamora as a child. Just because of the height difference, you can see that that's a kid. That's not. You see Thanos trying to squeeze Thor's head like it's a peanut. And then you see Thanos about to smash the Tesseract open. And
Perfectly balanced.
that's just amazing. So you see Doctor Strange making these little platforms for Star-Lord to run on, to get a running start, to start flying through everything.
As all things should be.
Then you see Doctor Strange just getting tortured. Basically, you got, I forget what his name is, but one of the members of the Black Order, who is Thanos' basically group of goons, to help him fight in battle. Him torturing Doctor Strange, because we got two magicians, so basically magic versus magic, illusions and all that type of stuff. We're here on over in Wakanda. You see this huge battle.
I hope they remember you.
Oh, let's go back. We see the Hulkbuster get taken down.
Yes.
I didn't remember that, but seeing that now, I definitely feel like the Hulk's not in there. Because I feel like the Hulk, if he was in there, he would have been able to throw them all off. He would not.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been not taken down that easy. He went down too quick.
Again, you may not, you can't assume, because look at, in the Avengers movie, Tony was in the Hulkbuster, so you never know. It may be Bruce in there.
No. I know that.
And Bruce may be getting taken down, and then just destroy the Hulkbuster trying to Hulk up.
Okay, no, but I was saying like if it was an artificial intelligent kind of thing.
That's very.
That's
true.
what I'm saying. Like someone's definitely in there. I'm
Yeah.
not saying no one's in that. I'm saying no one's in there if he got taken down that quickly. Because I guess, I mean, to me, if Tony could just, Tony fought the Hulk in the Hulkbuster. I'm pretty sure Tony would be able to withstand those things jumping on him.
Yeah.
Also I feel like Bruce as well, because I feel like after being the Hulk for a really long time, you'll get that, like, not all that strength, but like you'll have some strength in you as your normal body.
Yeah.
So I feel like if someone's in there, they wouldn't get taken down that quickly. So I feel like there's, like you said, an artificial intelligence in there.
Mm-hmm. So then, continuing on with the trailer, let's just go back a little bit.
Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I hope they remember you.
So yep, that go on.
Okay, I was gonna ask the question: who do you think is gonna fight Thanos? Meaning, like, like, because he's the obviously there's other villains in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the main villain. Who's the leader? Who's gonna fight? Like in any Justice League movie, most likely Superman's gonna go up against the main bad guy or
Yeah.
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two.
Personally, I would think either Iron Man or Captain America.
Yeah, I was gonna say Captain America.
Yeah.
And seeing that clip, like he goes up and he.
Well, before we get to this part, you hear Thanos saying, "I hope they remember you." Basically, from the trailer, we're assuming that he's talking to Tony.
Yeah, we're assuming,
But we can't say that because they tried tricking us in the beginning of the trailer.
but it's the same exact background too.
That's very true.
It looks like just from a different point of view.
It's very true.
So
But you see a close-up shot of Tony with his suit completely like blown up, like
half
I
of
think
it
it's
is
like
an
on his
arm.
body. Yeah,
I think like one piece was on his arm still.
yeah, like his suit's getting destroyed and everything, and then it cuts to Steve Rogers, Captain America.
What's his name?
Going-
Captain what?
I think I'm
Captain-
not sure if they're gonna go with Captain Nomad or just Nomad. They may just go with Nomad unless he survives the movie. That's
No, I
another-
see Captain Nomad being a thing.
Well, I'm don't quote me on it, but I think in the comics he was Nomad, and then when everything was all cleared up, he didn't go back to becoming Captain America. He became Captain Nomad.
Okay.
So he would continue to do the same thing because at that point, the Winter Soldier becomes Captain America.
That's true. That's true.
So you see Nomad, Captain Nomad, going up against Thanos, and Thanos is trying to squish him down, and you see him actually resisting and holding his hand.
Literally taking two hands against one.
Exactly.
Is that the hand with the gauntlet or no?
Yes,
It
it is
is,
the one with
okay.
the gauntlet. So, and you actually see a close up. You see Thanos actually struggling to
Push him down.
keep up with Captain. And you also see a close up of his face where you see the three scratch marks on his face. Now, in the other Avengers movies or any of the other films that we've seen Thanos in, he never had those scratches on his face. Now, for all we know, it could be something he may have had an altercation with Black Panther. He may have,
Or maybe it's 3 claws.
yeah, you never know. We don't know. We may see some X-Men in the movie. What do you think?
No, I don't think Logan's dead.
Not necessarily, because again, remember, Fox sold its rights to Disney. Disney has the rights to all the X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but why would they automatically be like, yeah, Logan never died, so
because they're different universes.
but if he's still gonna
Look, dude, look at all of
but
the
you're still
X-Men
but
films.
it's still crossing them together.
That's true, but then again, look at all of the Spider-Man movies that we've had. Look at the 2 sets of Fantastic Four movies that we've had. This is the same exact thing. Like when Marvel got the rights to Spider-Man, that's kind of like saying, "Oh, well, Tobey Maguire, he was ready to fight some bad guys when Harry Osborn died." And then no, Andrew Garfield came in. He's like, "Okay, well, I don't even remember the second one. The second Amazing Spider-Man 2, that was just a terrible movie."
Right now. that I ended it, which was stupid how that's how it ended too.
Yeah. We got
The only not sound like sadistic or whatever, like my favorite part, but like a cool part was when he
Oh,
how
gosh.
he killed
Gwen Stacy.
yeah, spoilers if anyone, how he killed her. Like that's not my favorite, but like that hurt. That hurt.
It was
that
pretty,
hurt to watch.
Yeah.
Like that hurt my heart. Like,
the-
could you imagine trying to save your loved one and you end up snapping their own neck?
Yeah. I mean,
I would've-
they did do it pretty close to the comics because that was one of the ways how Gwen Stacy had died.
I would give.
I was traumatized when I first heard about the comics. I'm like, oh my God. And then seeing the movie, I'm like, whoa.
I would have just given up being Spider-Man. Just like maybe that's why we didn't see Amazing Spider-Man 3.
No. because at the end of the movie, you see him in the suit trying to fight. I'm assuming would be Rhino.
Ugh.
But thank God we were saved from the third movie of that one. But so we get Homecoming. It's kind of like saying the
nothing would be better than Spider-Man 3.
Oh man, let's not talk
Emo
about
Peter
Spider-Man
Parker.
3. Anyway,
That's funny.
you see the 3 scratches. You could imagine possibly we could see Wolverine show up, because there's been tons of theories with that. There's also theories saying how
I feel like if Wolverine was gonna be in it, they would have made another movie. They would have made a movie, like, because it's from Disney. It's Disney's rights now.
Mm-hmm.
They would have made another movie before that.
I don't think so. Just because of the timeline, like our normal timeline with movie production, everything like that, it'd be kind of hard to get a Disney Wolverine movie in. I would think the way that they would execute it would be kind of like how they did with Black Panther, because Black Panther showed up in Civil War, and then he had his solo movie. Because then, also with the whole Fox Disney merger,
but he was part of their group. It's not like, because X-Men they're two different things. I know they're the same universe technically, but they're two different.
No. Meaning, I would say like the way that they would introduce Wolverine or any of the X-Men is to have them show up in the movie, like something like Avengers or something like that. And then they get their own standalone movie.
If anything, I see what's her name?
Oh, his daughter?
Yeah, his daughter.
I didn't see the movie, so I wasn't.
Oh,
I'm not too fond on that one.
I would. If anything, I would see her like a little grown up more, because she was. I forgot how old she was. I mean, she was technically like a kid, quote.
True,
but like I feel like if anything, she would be in it. Like if anything, if they made a movie, it's gonna be her movie, her as the new Wolverine or whatever.
True, but that's also if Disney decides to continue the X-Men universe.
That too. So that's also the other thing.
There's too many theories. We're looking way too deep into this.
It's
well, pretty much the trailer after that is pretty much over. We got the Avengers logo, and this last scene that they did before the trailer ended, I think was really funny. Is a kind of a nod to the Doctor Strange movie, because if you haven't seen the Doctor Strange movie, there's a whole thing saying like, "What's your name?" and everything. It's like, my name is Dr. Stephen Strange. Like, okay, Strange or whatever like that. In the scene you see.
Oh, I just remembered what the end. Okay, I couldn't remember what it was, how it ended. Now I remember.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
That was funny.
I just love how awkward Tom Holland's Spider-Man is. It's like he
is your like dorky emo little kid.
I mean, I wouldn't say emo, but
well, you know what I mean. Like that. What's another word for that?
He's your. I feel like they hit the nail right on the head when it came to the casting and the direction of Spider-Man, because Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he was a little bit older. He wasn't your teenager. He was a
good Spider-Man.
It's kind of debatable. You could tell he was a good Spider-Man.
I mean, I like him better than the second
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. But
I like what's his name? Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland. I like him a lot better. He portrayed the high school.
Yes.
Especially, I love how I've watched the animes of Spider-Man more than I've watched the real life movies.
Yes.
So like so many animes are him in high school, except for like I think one.
Yeah.
It's him out of high school.
Yeah.
But like him as a kid, there's one with Drake Bell plays him.
Oh yes.
He did it really good.
I think that's the Disney
XD
Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah.
That one I loved that Peter Parker played him. But
no, I feel like they did a really good job going for the high school Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Showing that they didn't really go as far as the relationship stuff too much in Homecoming.
Thank God.
I feel like they've went too far with the past two series, where the first, of course, like the 3 sets of movie, the first trilogy of Spider-Man, where it was like Peter and MJ, and then you have Peter and Gwen.
Yeah.
This movie, yeah, it was like he was trying to take the girl to the dance and everything, and
But that was apparently a new girl.
It was
or
a new
whatever.
character who technically was Peter Parker's first major love interest. And then in Spider-Man Homecoming, there was no like kiss scene or anything. They didn't make it dramatic. It was like they made it as real as they could. You know what I mean? But anyway, I think that's pretty good trailer for the Avengers. I could say that I am very ready for this movie.
I'm ready for it, even though I haven't seen a lot of the other movies leading up to it. Last movie I saw was Spider-Man, I believe.
Okay. Well, the AMC movie theaters, they're running an entire MCU marathon where you pay one price and you can watch every single MCU movie for
Seriously?
I think it's like 31 hours total.
Well, how much is it?
I'm not too sure. I didn't look up
And is
into it too much.
And is it dead in the row, or is it like a break at one point?
I think it's straight through.
I mean, for me, I could skip the Thor movies. Those would be my break.
That would be your breaks.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
also Age of Ultron, because I've seen that multiple times already.
Okay.
I could skip that one. Before we do the outro, I want all of you listening, to either comment, wherever you comment on our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube page, saying if you liked this type of episode.
Yeah, definitely give us some feedback, because there's some times where Thomas and I just want to sit down and talk about some things going on in the industry, various industries.
And it's kind of hard to always get a interviewee every week, especially because of different times.
Yeah, and we like sitting down, talking to you guys.
Yeah.
So, because we love you guys, all of our supporters.
So that's the end of the 6th episode of an Industries Insight podcast. Make sure to go follow us on Facebook and Instagram to get the updates. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube page to listen to the podcast if you missed it. So until next time, I'm your host, Thomas Grabuznik,
And I'm Dino Ciccarelli.
and we'll talk to you guys later. Signing off.